Welcome back, Sleepers of Arrakis, to another exciting week of the Deep Desert Change. This week we have a lot to talk about, as there are at least 4 different items out here that we should be keeping an eye on and trying to capture as much as we possibly can. But before we jump into anything too seriously, remember to like and subscribe this video. We want to push this out to as many people as possible, and our goal is to hit 2,000 subs. We aren't that far off. We only need 200 more people to join the channel so that we can boost this and make sure that the Dune community is staying strong and knowing what's going on out there in the deep desert. To begin with, the single most important piece that we can find out in the deep desert is going to be in the Imperial testing stations at G3. And not only that, it is a 100% chance drop for the black market K28 lasgun. Do not miss out on this. If you've been looking for this in-gun lasgun, here is your chance, because it is a 100% chance drop rate. Now, this is PvP zone, so you are going to have to be careful, but hopefully by now most of the PvP has been drained from the community due to all of the efforts that Funcom has been doing to absolutely take away any obstacle that they have. However, the one thing that PvP can still exist in is on the ground, so please be careful. But the black market K28 lasgun is out there. Hopefully you can get it uncontested, and it's a 100% drop. Pick up your first copy, pick up multiple copies. Make sure that you got this lasgun, because it is probably the single most important weapon you can find in the game. Next up, we have Idaho's Charge. That's right, Idaho's Charge chest piece has an 80% chance drop from the F6 large shipwreck, and this is going to be something which will be a little bit difficult for some people to get out there and do, but a Idaho's Charge chest piece is a must-have if you are a blade wielding character, because you are getting a 12% blade mitigation, and that dash stamina cost is down to 6%. Armor value is high, but this is a great light piece for people to be using running around the desert and fighting off things. It is something that everyone should want to have. The Idaho's Charge, 80% chance out of the F6 large shipwreck. Next up, we have Dune Watcher dropping in the F8 Imperial testing station. This is a 100% chance drop as well, so once again, jump in there and get the Dune Watcher. The Dune Watcher is kind of a long-range semi-sniper rifle with a semi-automatic 2-barrel clip. This is a great gun, does high damage, 346 to shield, as well as 346 per shot, so it is a solid rifle to have if you like shooting things at a distance. It will more or less just eat through anything that you find in the Haga Basin, so make sure to jump out there to F8 Imperial Testing Station and get a grip on that Dune Watcher. Next, we have Phage Drinker, which is the T6 version of the vampiric knife. That's right, this is the knife that draws blood from your enemies and puts it into blood sacks. Of course, at this point, if you are in the deep desert, you probably are not filling up blood sacks anymore, but just in case, this is something to just have and hang on your wall. It is a trophy item, and I don't think it's a bad knife to have. It does good damage at 138.52 damage per slash, and that attack speed is 139, which is also something that you cannot scoff at, because enough swings of this will take down an enemy. So make sure to jump out to the H6 Imperial Testing Station for that Phage Drinker. And finally, the Tabor Soft Step Boots is dropping everywhere. So if you are a huge fan of going out there and collecting spies solo without using any kind of machines, and you're just picking it up by hand and then taking it back home, the Tabor Soft Step Boots are a must-have for you. You will need these because they are offering anybody who wears them a negative 45% worm threat. So make sure to keep your minds open for the Tabor Soft Step Boots. I know they're not something you're going to take into battle, but if you are a solo farmer, you cannot live without these boots. And now to everybody's favorite part of this session, it is to look at where the hottest spots are in the map for us to be building our bases early on as soon as the server turns over, and giving us the best opportunities to get out there and get everything that we need. Now, of course, since Stravinium and Titanium are now widespread across the entire deep desert, we no longer have to worry about where we are strategizing to get those nodes. However, with 6 spice plumes on the map this week, a upgrade of 1 from last week, may I make a note, there are going to be a strategy in my terms of thinking called pick your lane. That's right. The reason I'm saying that is because if you look, pretty much lane 2 is going to more or less harvest 2. Of course, I know this is on F3, but it's just right on the border. The second lane is going to be running straight down the middle, and then finally you got the far right lane. So in terms of where you can build here in the early stages with your base to get early and easy access to all of these nodes, as well as the blueprints that are being found in G3 as well as F6, you are going to want to be trying to find a localized spot right around the border in this here vicinity. Remember, G3 F6 is dropping the Idaho's chest piece as well as the las gun. You want to make sure that you are able to jump across that border and get as many shots at those as you possibly can, because they are both dropping at 100%, and of course the Idaho's chest piece at 80% chance of gathering. So the more times you get out there, the more you get, and the better odds you get of grabbing that great light chest piece, bringing it home, building it, and then walking around and strutting your mean stuff. So overall, what we can say is that the scariest part of this map that we can look at this week is going to be inside of this box. So if you want to, try to stay safe, maybe grabbing something along this lane would probably be the safest, although I'm not going to guarantee that, because obviously if you are on a hardcore server where PvP has not been drained or had the life drained from them, you're still going to have to face people flying around and trying to shoot you. However, I do believe that the right side or the west side of the map the east side of the map is going to probably more likely be the safest part for you, because people are going to want to be running these areas as much as possible, because not only do you got the spice plumes, but you can easily jump back and forth to get those 2 different blueprints that are major contenders for some of the best stuff that you can find in the game. So make sure that you're jumping out there and getting everything and taking it home safely. Get her done. Now, as for my favorite session of these videos, it is the question and call out section, where I acknowledge you, the fans who are watching this video and supporting our channel, so that we can grow this thing and make sure that everybody's getting a deep understanding of how the deep desert is changing, as well as spreading more information and keeping the lifeblood of Dune flowing through the veins of the pixelated universe. If we want to start off with Driver 1227. Driver 1227 says, awesome video. Now I want to use an AI generator to put myself in Dune as well. Can't wait to see what hidden items we'll find this week. Keep up the great work you do. Thank you, Driver 1227. And make sure to join the Discord and post that picture, because I would like to see what you look like in the Dune universe as well. Next, we have Boratex 1989 saying, hello there, guys. I think in previous weeks there were some extra caves with T6 schemos. Loot because I saw several schemos of Carterizer T6 short blade on the market, which wasn't there before. Okay, that's right, Boratex, thank you so much. As I've always said, we put this video out early trying to help people find the best locations for their bases, and the people who are following this and leaving these type of comments are worth their weight in spice. So please remember, if you are finding anything out in the world, please leave a post. That way people have a chance to go out there and get those blueprints alongside you. Be a champion. Share with the community. Finally, we have another triple call out to Yama Mama Mayo, which I believe is actually trash. He says, win energy in this one. The comment bit was great. Thank you, Yo Mama 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 Mayo. Next, we have Hong Thong Me 5E, which I hope I'm saying this correctly. This deserves endless applause. No, you deserve endless applause, because you are what make my channel work. And finally, we have Devin Dub 9669, who says, your videos are amazing. Thank you so much. Well, Devin Dub 9669, you are amazing, because you took time to leave a comment and keep the flow of this video going. Now, I would like to just say in closing, once again, tell your friends about the video. Make sure that everybody knows, share this thing every week, because the more people who are viewing the Deep Desert changes, the better off we are as a community, because we want Dune to continue to grow. With the new roadmap that has just been dropped, hopefully there are going to be some great changes. It seems like they are kind of happy about how the game has turned out. They just think that there needs to be an in-game change. It might take us a while to get that, but don't worry guys, it will be coming. Make sure to subscribe. Remember, we are trying to reach 2,000 subs by the end of the year. That's 2-3 months from now, so I believe we can do it. So if you are watching and you have enjoyed this video, make sure that you have subbed. Everybody, as always, thank you for coming and have a great week.